But let's get going.
To the Rewriting Naruto series, a series of videos where I'll be rewriting
by the way, this
the Naruto series
blurry
in
part was because I
order,
was just trying to avoid
changing,
copyrights and stuff. If you see blurs in my videos, it's because of that.
Taste. I am in no way, shape, or form claiming
this
that
part
I
was
could
good.
have done a
Thanks.
better job writing Naruto.
I think it's
than
kind of
Kishimoto.
loud,
After
right?
all, what I'm doing here is just building up upon a great series that he developed.
Should have been Kishimoto's editor instead.
Kishimoto
Thanks.
has to come up with a new
I like this meme. This is a good meme, isn't it? Really good meme.
Manga chapter every single week, and not only with his story, but he also had to draw the
You know, people say Sasuke and Sakura's relationship is abusive.
I like to imagine this series
You think
as
it's a valid take?
Scenario when
I do
have
think it's a valid take.
And go back in the past, and I'm chosen to be Kishimoto's editor when he is starting the series.
Dente needs screen time. She will get some screen time.
Yeah. Panned out until the end, and how characters progressed and all that. What would I change to make the series even better?
Are you gonna correct what happens to Senju Clan? I've already started to develop that part of the story. If you haven't seen part 22, I think that's when the first mention of it happened.
Like the video and subscribe to make sure you don't miss the next videos in this series. It also makes me smile a lot, so we all win. Alright, let's go. Chapter 1 starts pretty much the same way.
Okay, let me stop here because somebody donated. Toto Lotte. I have no idea what currency is that? MX? Is it Mexico? Maybe. But 25 of currency. Thank you so much for the support, man.
Did in the original. We learned about Naruto and the Kyuubi and the fourth Hokage sacrifice, and we also learned that Naruto is a loner hated by the entire—
What mistake. The Senju disappeared, and yes, you're Cameron Bailey, you're bringing up that the Senju married off to other people, but even if that was the case, there would still be people with the last name Senju in the village. They wouldn't have just disappeared. I speak Spanish, but I like your rewrites, like $1.50. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I was really right. It is Mexican, the Mexican currency, which I don't know the name, unfortunately. You can enlighten me in the comments.
Village for being the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki. However, Naruto knows Minato is his dad and has a deep resentment towards his father for turning him into the recipient of the Nine-Tailed.
Let's backtrack a little bit.
Naruto hated by and the fourth Hokage sacrifice, and we also learned that Naruto is a loner hated by the entire village for being the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki. However, Naruto knows Minato is his dad and has a deep resentment towards his father for turning him into the recipient of the Nine-Tailed.
So, Minato, everybody knows Minato is Naruto's dad in the beginning of the rewrite. This is a choice, well, that some people disagreed with, but I just think it makes more sense from an in-universe perspective. Like, there's a blonde kid that had a nine-tailed seal within him, and it just so happened to be born, you know, the same day, you know, Minato died and the nine-tails attacked. Even if people weren't aware of what happened, they would put 2 and 2 together eventually. And I think that Naruto knowing the truth would have been much more impactful throughout the entire story. Because let's be real, the revelation of Minato being his dad was kind of lackluster to be sure, you know. It was just Jiraiya and Tsunade talking in that bench. And everyone kind of already knew, so it wasn't that impactful. But this is something that's very much debatable, you know, if you can like it or not.
We can see Naruto defacing the Hokage faces in Konoha, but he is especially mean to the fourth Hokage. He also has a vague understanding about the Nine-Tails itself. He knows there's some sort of demon or monster inside of him, and that's why most of the people really despise him, but that's about what he knows. The people in the village are even meaner to Naruto, and Naruto himself also despises the village for treating him the way they do, unlike the original, which he just seems to be sad.
And I mostly made Naruto more antagonistic towards the village because I want the scene with Dark Naruto to pay off properly in the future. Because Naruto kind of acknowledges to his darker self that yes, he kind of resents the village and all that, but you never really feel that way in the story.
So in this rewrite, not only is Naruto sad, but he's also a lot angrier. We can also see scenes of Naruto just being shouted by the villagers, and when he gets angry...
That Senju Marioff clan demise is a BS cop-out. Of having more OP characters in the series, just like getting rid of the Kaguya clan, not exploring Naruto's Pops clan. Not everything has to be a clan. The Namikaze, it's very much implied that the Namikaze, they were a family, but it was so obvious that Minato was Naruto's father. That's true. It was very obvious from the beginning, like kind of like how it was obvious that Obito was Toby, but still, Minato never had a clan. Yeah. Not everything has to be a clan, and also the Kaguya clan, they were hunted down by the Mist Village. That's explained why they never, show up anymore. And Kimimaro was essentially like the last one and the most powerful one too.
Angry and shout back at them, they get afraid of him and leave. And after they leave, scared of Naruto, we can see Naruto's sad expression of being just lonely. And also include a scene where Naruto sees a kid playing with his mom or dad, and then Naruto just looks envious and sad about his own life when he sees a kid who has a parent. I think these changes improve a couple of things. First, I've always found it weird that Naruto didn't know more about his past. People would definitely talk about...
I always get annoyed when people make clans out of literally every character with a last name. That's a thing. That's for sure a thing.
About this, and he would eventually learn details, even if it's not much. Also, Naruto knowing he is Minato's son will give some interesting storytelling opportunities. And let's be real, the reveal about Minato is kind of underwhelming anyway in the original, because it was just a conversation between Jiraiya and Tsunade, and they're just talking about it. And when Naruto learns that
Naruto being more hateful towards the villagers gave him more character development. Yeah, it gives him a lot more to grow in the story for sure.
Minato is his dad, we, the audience, already knew about it, so it wasn't that impactful anyway. However, when Naruto finally meets the dad he's always resented in this series, that could definitely be interesting.
And this part is actually coming soon.
Naruto is caught by Iruka for defacing the Hokage statues, and Iruka brings Naruto directly to Hiruzen, the third Hokage. That is when we learn about Naruto's dad, and that Naruto hates the fourth Hokage because he is screaming it in front of Hiruzen, saying that the Hokage deserve.
Hello there, Zion.
He also says he will become the strongest Hokage to show the village he doesn't need them, and that he can get strong by himself. And also he says he'll become a Hokage just to show his dad that even though he gave Naruto a terrible life, he won't be chained by what his father determined.
You made Minato menacing. Yeah, he is pretty menacing in the next episode. Or no, it's episode 3, where the first Minato flashback happens.
This is Naruto's main character flaw that he'll have to overcome. He believes that becoming a Hokage is more like a revenge thing, like I am going to show you how much better than you I can be, when he has to learn that becoming a Hokage has to do with actually protecting the people in the village and caring for everyone. But he can only do that once he lets go of his feelings of hatred and starts to be more compassionate towards them. Hiruzen naturally defends Minato, saying he was a great man, and we can see Hiruzen is very kind to Naruto, even though Naruto is being a prick. He then offers Naruto to go live with him more comfortably because he knows Naruto lives in bad conditions.
And yeah, I am addressing here why Naruto was alone, even though the third Hokage was there the entire time. It's because Naruto himself didn't want to live with him. This gives the character more agency, and it paints Hiruzen in a much better light in hindsight, if that makes sense. By the way, I love the Stone arc, the Stone Village arc you added early here. Oh yeah, maybe if this live stream goes well, we can react to that next.
And he also says that's what Minato would have wanted. The way this conversation goes implies that Hiruzen made this offer countless times before, but Naruto refused every time. This makes Hiruzen look less of an a-hole for not taking proper care of Naruto, and gives Naruto more agency as a character, because he essentially says he would rather die than be chained by another Hokage. With this scene,
actually changed Naruto's whole character. How so?
But also
elaborate.
Empathize with him and the third Hokage as well. Continuing with chapter 1, everything goes about the same in the original with one small exception. When Naruto uses his 1,000 shadow clones to defeat Mizuki, we can see his eyes changing to the classic Kyuubi eyes and his whiskers get more pronounced. I mean, come on, we hyped up the Nine Tails during the entire chapter, so we have to somehow give it a payoff. That would also explain why Naruto can create...
Hiruzen helped Naruto like a politician would. Suppose that's true. Naruto learning Big Rasengan and Cho Odama Rasengan will be sick. This nerf makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, just think about it. Naruto was able to beat a Chunin in episode 1. Say hi to Brazil. Hi, Brazil. Naruto was... like, look at how many clones he has here. It's insane. If he can beat a Chunin in episode 1 without the help of the Nine Tails, it's kind of goofy, don't you think? Of course, he will learn how to spam shadow clones later, but also... giving the Nine Tails a bit of a payoff in chapter 1 itself is an interesting way to start the story, I suppose. I subscribed, I forgot to do so months ago, but here I am. Well, welcome, noob 1991.
So many shadow clones in that fight, and why he doesn't do it all the time to win all of his fights, because he needs the Kyuubi chakra to make so many clones at this point of the story. Moving on to chapter 2, well, this chapter gets deleted, alongside...
Okay, so this is a controversial one too. Do you guys like Konohamaru? Because I kind of hate him.
Konohamaru and Ebisu, which are two completely useless characters in the grand scheme of things. Really, they don't have any development at all, and they just get in the way of the story. Instead, chapter 2 will focus on Sasuke,
I like this pose.
the second most important character in the series. We'll see Sasuke's life from his own perspective, and we'll see that he is completely alone as well, like Naruto.
People don't like Konohamaru in the comments.
They do hate Naruto, but they pity Sasuke, which infuriates him nonetheless. Sasuke doesn't want pity, he wants his revenge. Still, Sasuke remains very stoic and doesn't let his...
You could have improved Konohamaru by, instead of cutting him and, you know, just trying to improve him, but I agree, that's a possibility, but I just felt like Konohamaru, which is this character that has, you know, basically no foundation to him, that's boring and underdeveloped, developing him would take more from the story, you know, more away from the story than using that time to devote to more interesting characters that were also underdeveloped, but they were much better than Konohamaru and that were more prominent in the story as well. Konohamaru's garbage. I never cared about him, and the rival setup was nonsense. Yeah, you get the feeling in the first couple of chapters, Kishimoto wanted to go in a somewhat different direction in the beginning, hence Konohamaru existing, and then him being completely dropped. Shadow Clone Jutsu in itself should be stupidly OP, but it is pretty OP, and that's why I nerfed Naruto a bit here, you know, base Naruto at least. In the beginning of the show, because otherwise then Naruto would be way too strong, and Kishimoto himself said that in interviews, that, oh, I probably gave him too much, you know, of a Shadow Clone buff in chapter 1, I shouldn't have done that. So, you know, Kishimoto himself thinks it was a mistake, but in hindsight, you know, you can fix those things in the rewrite.
Anger transpires.
Tyler Foster, what happened to Sasuke's cape? Well, you'll have to wait and see.
That he doesn't like when people pity him, because he's very proud, and we know that. We don't get details about the Uchiha massacre here, we just know Sasuke doesn't have a family and is very alone, and that people pity him a lot.
So does that, Hoif's asking, wait, it makes you think if Konohamaru was going to be the main rival since Sasuke was supposed to die. Yeah, Sasuke was supposed to die in the Land of Waves, but I think the story would have been much worse if that had happened. Like, for sure. I hate that you removed Konohamaru. So you really like Konohamaru. I just don't see the appeal. It doesn't do anything in the story.
People of his age still idolize him like Sakura and Ino, but he feels completely useless and undeserved of this idolatry, and he feels just very guilty of his past, that he was weak and couldn't do anything, that he was helpless, and that's why he doesn't think he should be idolized by anyone. The only person that shows feelings other than idolatry or pity towards Sasuke is Naruto, who has an adversarial relationship with him, and it's a very unique thing for Sasuke. In this chapter, we can see that even though Naruto and—
Oh, donations! Victor Sabino. Question. Between Naruto being born and Chapter 1, who raised Naruto? He seemed to live alone from the beginning. Any ideas of what happened? Well, yeah, he lived alone. We see in some filler episodes and all that, that even when Naruto was like 5 or 6, he was already alone. But I think we can headcanon it up, assuming that, you know, he was in an orphanage of some sort when he was very young, before he could, you know, take care of himself properly.
When Sasuke are rivals and act as though they hate each other, they want to get closer to each other deep down, but they just don't know how.
I like Konohamaru's character as a Naruto fan and appreciate as an apprentice in the story, but I feel that Naruto should have met him later in the story, not so early. Maybe. I just think it would have bogged the story down, to be honest.
It seems like the two of them are the only ones who can understand each other, but their pride doesn't let them become friends outright. Include a scene—
It's not uncommon in Japan for street kids to be completely alone by the age of 5 or so. That's rough.
Where Naruto provokes Sasuke in that early part 1 childish way, and Sasuke just plays cool, dismissing Naruto and just owning him with words. Naruto leaves pissed off, but then we cut to Sasuke and he has a subtle smile on his face. After that—
Inner self, Zawardo!
There will be only a couple of changes in the Bell Test arc. First, cut Naruto and Sasuke—
Okay, this is controversial too.
Kiss, even though there's an amazing—
This joke here is, like, this panel here is so good. Like,
joke and Shipton about that. Many potential viewers just drop the series because of that. And I just find it kind of stupid and cheap. A
lot of people say this is homophobic by me just removing the kiss, but I would have removed it if it was like a, you know, Naruto kissing a girl by accident too, because I just find this type of humor not funny. You're like, hey, I bumped into someone, oh, I accidentally kissed that person. It's, in hindsight, you know, when you look at it after being a Naruto fan for years, it is funny because it's just those two characters you're so familiar with, they were kissing each other all of a sudden. But when you first watch it, you're just like, what the hell? Like, I thought this wasn't a slapstick comedy or something, because I think the humor in Naruto is usually very good, but it was, in this situation, kind of heavy-handed, in my personal opinion. I know a lot of people like it, and you may disagree with me, but still. Oh, Hannah Rowan, thanks for the $5 for the Land of Waves arc. I think it would have been cool if they lampshaded the Uzumaki clan, since they are near or in the Land of Water. Where is the Land of Waves? Because I don't remember exactly in the map. I'm not sure if they... But the thing is, Kishimoto came up with the idea of the Uzumaki clan being prominent way later in the story. Way later in the story, but we don't really have the lore for the Uzumaki clan up until Kushina shows up. We just thought it was like Naruto's last name, and that's it. It's later in the story when we learn about how the Uzumaki clan were great sealers, and where they used to live in the Uzushio Island and all that. But yeah, it could have been an interesting setup, but I just didn't feel like changing anything about the Land of Waves arc, because it's such a cohesive arc to begin the story and focused. I think it was good for the story to be very laser focused in the beginning, so that afterwards you'll be able to expand and have this great foundation, which is the Land of Waves arc. But thanks for the donation, and that's an interesting idea, an interesting point. I just have to... Let's actually double check the Naruto map real quick and see where It actually is. Because I really like, you know, maps in fantasy series and all that. Don't forget to like the stream. Exactly, Zion knows what's up. Naruto world map. Where's the land of waves? I can't find it for some reason. Let's see. This is probably a fan-made map that I'm looking here, but let me show you guys the map real quick. Let's see. So, the Uzumaki clan is here in the land of whirlpools. However, where is the land? Oh, there it is. You are right, Hannah. It's very close. It's actually very nearby the land of fire, and it's a smaller island. So yeah, you're right. It was close to the land of whirlpools. It could have been mentioned, but I think, you know, it wasn't a completely necessary detail or anything like that. It's just probably something Kishimaru didn't even come up with it in that part of the story, and we don't really need over-bloated explanations and everything for all the future lore in the story in the first arc. That can be too much sometimes, but an interesting observation for sure.
Another scene we are cutting out is the scene where Sasuke is quote-unquote captured by Naruto. Just don't do that. It's important that Naruto doesn't beat Sasuke here for the purposes of the narrative I'm trying to build.
Yeah, this is very important actually. Sasuke cannot lose to Naruto here, because I think that kind of makes the rivalry between them, you know, Naruto being the inferior one in the rivalry, it diminishes that a little bit.
Also, during the bell test itself, Kakashi taunts Naruto, saying that his dad was much better than him, much more talented, and Kakashi can also say that Minato was his teacher, and when Naruto learns that, he gets even more pissed at Kakashi and tries to beat him up, but of course he is just humiliated. The rest of the bell test remains.
Sasuke shouldn't be outfoxed by Naruto this early. Sasuke probably let himself be tied down? I don't think so, man. He wouldn't just let himself be tied down for no reason at all.
The same, and it is a great mini-arc. After that, we get a quick montage of Team 7 going on low-level missions. That would be paired up with a good old Sasuke-Naruto rivalry, with Naruto trying to one-up Sasuke in every opportunity he gets, and every time he fails miserably. Also, Naruto does that trying to catch Sakura's attention. In this rewrite, Naruto has a crush on Sakura mostly because of
another thing that could have been done better in Naruto is the story of Kage, Hagoromo, and Hamura. You know what was the better way to deal with that story? Just delete it.
His rivalry with Sasuke. He wants to beat Sasuke in every way possible, and getting the girl who likes Sasuke would be a perfect way to assert his dominance. We can see that theme again of Sasuke and Naruto both wanting to become friends, closer to each other, but their ego getting in the way during this montage. So now we begin the Land of Waves arc. The first change happens when Kakashi shows his Sharingan. Sasuke should be pissed off about that and would confront Kakashi after the fight is done as to how he has a Sharingan.
Yeah, Sasuke just kind of doesn't care too much about this. I've always found that to be a little weird. Like, his entire clan's dead. How come a guy has the Sharingan?
Kakashi tells Sasuke an old friend gave it to him, calming Sasuke down, and Kakashi also says that when Sasuke gets his Sharingan, he'll be able to teach him better how to use it than anyone. This could be the start of a more developed relationship between Sasuke and Kakashi would serve as a father figure to Sasuke, albeit the relationship wouldn't be as on the nose as Naruto and Jiraiya. I think developing a deeper bond between the two of them is important, and it will be even more tragic when Sasuke leaves the village. In a similar
This also helps foreshadow Obito more. Yeah, it does.
way, Naruto also confronts Kakashi about him having been one of Minato's students, and Kakashi tells some stuff about Minato to Naruto.
I like how you had Madara being the great-grandfather of Sasuke, because it makes a ton of sense given Sasuke resembles Izuna a lot. Yeah, I think that giving them this connection early on will be interesting in the future when Madara shows up and confronts Sasuke and all that.
Because even though Naruto kinda resents Minato, he is still very curious about his dad and about what he can do.
Question, if Naruto knows that Minato was his father, what about Kushina? Does he know something of her? No, Kushina was kinda forgotten about because, well, she was in the shadow of Minato the entire time. And people only really cared about Minato in that point of the story. They didn't really care about Kushina because she was the Jinchuriki. People already don't like Jinchurikis very much. And when Naruto is going to the land of whirlpools, he is actually asking Kakashi about Kushina.
So Kakashi tells Naruto about some of Minato's exploits, about his legendary speed, and that he was known as the Yellow Flash of the Leaf. It's a good place to get some of the lore about Minato, and also for Naruto to find some stuff out about his dad, and keep that connection going. The next change happens in the scene where Naruto and Sasuke are trying to climb the trees using chakra. It goes pretty much the same way it did in the original, but
should make Minato the son of Tsunade Jiraiya. No, this is way too fanficky, man.
When they both succeed, Sasuke simply says, "Good job, loser," in that cool yet shy way of his. Naruto grins and says, "You too." This is the first time they are acknowledging each other as friends. Of course, we get more mentions of Naruto resenting his father and that he will become the Hokage throughout this arc as well. Sakura remains useless, but we can include a scene where Sasuke may begin to develop feelings for her. It could be something subtle, very quick, like when they go out to buy food in the Land of Waves town, maybe they can have an awkward interaction where Sasuke may start seeing Sakura with other eyes, but of course he doesn't say anything, and Sakura obviously sims non-stop for Sasuke. We have to develop the romance more here, because in the original Sasuke has literally no reason for liking Sakura as far as anyone can tell. Sakura—
he even says that, like, why does she like me so much? She doesn't have— I mean, there's no reason for it.
Has a childhood crush on him, which is understandable, but these feelings can develop and become deeper over time.
It's cooler if Minato is a shinobi that comes from nothing. He doesn't have to have special parents or a clan heritage. I agree. Some people don't really have to be, you know, from famous clans.
The rest of the arc remains the same, as the Land of Waves arc is just very solid. When they go back to Konoha though, we get a scene where Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are walking. Maybe they are going to Ichiraku to celebrate their first A-rank mission, and a couple of Chunin stop them and start to harass Naruto. Naruto gets pissed off, of course, but Sasuke steps in and activates his Sharingan, saying, "Got a problem, friend?" and he intimidates the two Chunin, and then they go away, essentially protecting Naruto. Naruto gets pissed at Sasuke for jumping in, and he says he had everything under control. Sasuke just responds, "Whatever, loser," but deep down, Naruto is really happy Sasuke did that for him. Sakura also shows concern for Naruto and asks if he's okay, and he acts all macho around her as always. We then get a heartwarming scene of the three of them eating ramen, cementing the start of their friendship to close the arc. And that's the beginning of the rewrite. Tell me in the comments.
Yep, this is the first episode. Will Teuchi, the ramen guy, have be the one pulling the strings all along? Yes, you found me out, man. Oh, spoilers. I really love the little moments of Sasuke defending Naruto. It makes their friendship so much more believable. Yeah, I think this is something that was lacking in the story. Actually seeing them as friends. You know, there are moments like this, but you should have seen more of them for the final confrontation in part 1 to be even more cathartic and heavy. I also feel like Tsunade being Naruto's grandma makes more sense. No, dude, no. Naruto shouldn't have any direct relatives alive. He should be without a family. Is Fu dead? She has been captured. Fu was captured. Sage of 8 balls. Oh, yes. So do you guys want me to react to the next one? Do you have any other comments about this part? Any criticism? Oh, of course, you can criticize as well. Everything is open to debate. The only bad thing about Sasuke is Sakura. No, Sakura... I think Sakura is just wasted potential. I don't think she's a bad character. And I'm trying in the rewrite to make that, you know, something that will pay off in the end. Yes. Everyone wants me to. Okay, so if you really want me to, you guys are gonna have to like the live stream. There's no way around it. We need to get more likes in the live stream for more people to join. We have how many likes right now? We have 61 likes and way more people watching than that. So I need more likes or donations or memberships if you want to support the channel and the rewrites. You can also, you know, support me financially, and if not, like the live stream, which helps me a lot. Liked it? Yeah, fair enough. The hidden waterfall village got done dirty. Well, why was it done dirty? It didn't have any relevance in the main story whatsoever. It getting destroyed or not doesn't make any difference, you know? Because it never even appeared in the main story. Right? Don't you think so? Way ahead of you, come on boys, support the best rewrite channel. Thanks, Tyler. 91 likes, 91 likes. Let's get to 100, guys. Let's push 100. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You watch Cryptonic's vid on fixing Naruto? No. Who's that? The reaction Naruto vs Sasuke fight. It was a very controversial for some people. I will. I plan to do this, these rewrites in order, you know. I think the fight is episode 16? Yes, it's 16. We at 100 likes. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Good job. Let's react to episode 2, where the land of crystals arc, or the country of crystals arc, commences.
For the sake of things making more sense.
Okay,
forgot. Let's go. Alright, let me begin this part of the rewrite by mentioning something I forgot in part 1. It's not something that interferes in the plot, and
okay, yeah, the substitution jutsu.
anyway, but
I made an entire video talking about why it's bad.
For the sake
You're interested?
of things making more sense, and that is the substitution jutsu. This jutsu has to go away. We're simply deleting it. Let's not have a jutsu that allows you to evade any attack with just low level
Introduction of Basco Kurotsuchi. Sup, ZRK?
ninjutsu. And by the substitution jutsu, I mean the type you can switch positions with a piece of wood or a rock, the one Kakashi used a lot in the first arc of the series. Assume that every time someone uses a substitution jutsu in the original, they use a genjutsu instead in the rewrite. And as it was mostly Kakashi using
You made Kakuzu stronger? Yes, I did.
substitution anyway, during the bell test and then during the fight against the Mist Brothers, there's no problem really, because Kakashi would know several
As much as I missed the substitution jutsu, it makes perfect sense why you got rid of it. And I didn't get rid of every single substitution, as I'll mention soon here. The cooler ones are still gonna be in. It's just the basic busted one that I removed.
jutsus. However, other specific types of substitution, like Gaara's sand substitution, Orochimaru's skin change, and Killer Bee's tentacle swap, will remain, as they are specialized jutsus, and I think they are worth the inclusion. But whenever these jutsus...
Why you make Kakuzu stronger? Because I think he deserved to be stronger. He was an Akatsuki member, and the way he got taken out by Naruto in the original was kind of lackluster and dumb.
show up, it will be specified that they spend a whole lot of chakra for the sake of power balance, because they are
don't you like that slimy bastard?
strong.
Look at the hair.
Now let's get over the story. Our heroes just returned from the Land of Waves, having succeeded in a very difficult mission that was way above the pay grade of Genins. A-rank missions are usually given to very experienced Chunins and Jonins, so
Kakuzu has a whole boss fight? Yes, he does.
this
It's like 8 people against him.
It gets the people in the village talking about Team 7, a team of gaining rookies that succeeded in an A-rank mission. People really speculate about Sasuke's talents, saying that he is an Uchiha
Ready for the Sasuke vs Sakura War Summit fight. Oh, get ready. Sasuke's gonna do some stuff in that arc. More than he did in the original, even.
prodigy, but most people just assume Kakashi carried the entire mission. Also, people start judging Naruto and saying he is essentially leeching his team, getting all the glory and doing nothing as their team sweat for him. They assume that
What even changed in the Land of Waves? Only very minor additions, because that arc was very solid. I barely changed anything at all. I just reacted to the episode.
He is a demon. He cannot be good for anything, so he is not really contributing for his team. It's not only the commoners who think that. Many ninjas, including higher rank ones, think so as well, as they know Naruto did terribly in the Ninja Academy. Naruto obviously gets pissed by that, and we get a scene of Naruto saying he faced 2 Jonin level fighters, but of course no one believes him as he screams to a crowd of Chunins and Jonins walking around Konoha that were mocking him. After that happens, we can add a scene of
Will Sasuke keep the curse mark after the Itachi fight? What do you guys think? Type 1 if you think he will, type 2 if you think he won't.
Sasuke telling Naruto that trying to convince people is not worth his time and that he should just be training. Kakashi also tells Naruto if people in the village actually knowing what happened would make Naruto feel better, or if saving the people from the land of waves wasn't the reward in itself. Naruto sees the logic in that argument and that the people being okay in the land of waves is much more important than Naruto's own glory, and reluctantly agrees to their points, saying he doesn't need the people to know he made a difference and swallows his pride. Character development. After that, we'll get something I think we needed more of in part 1.
Training arc!
1. A Team 7 training scene. If you think about it, the only one we got was the tree climbing scene in the entire series for the...
And most people are saying he will keep it. Interesting.
The whole Team 7 together, and Kakashi should have definitely trained them more in part 1, I think. This is a great scene for some exposition about how chakra works with more details, genjutsu, ninjutsu, all the chakra natures. It doesn't have to...
Why Kakashi didn't get revenge on his village probably wasn't really his, most pressing concern. He was more concerned with his own goals. Some people are not revenge focused like Sasuke.
To be in thorough detail, but have Kakashi explaining the basics to Team 7 and the audience as well. Kakashi will then train each of the Team 7 members in particular skills. Naruto's training consists of much more basic stuff like taijutsu combat. Naruto has a lot of stamina, but his fundamentals are very sloppy. When Naruto complains about having basic training, Kakashi mentions their encounter with the Mist Brothers and how Sasuke outperformed Naruto in basic taijutsu, which fires Naruto up in...
Tenten should be a rival to Naruto? Why? In the rewrite, is chakra yellow? Yes, it's like in the manga. Yes, it's yellow.
He goes along with the training. Kakashi then teaches Sakura some basic types of genjutsu, because unlike the original, we are actually gonna pay off the promise that Sakura will eventually be good at genjutsu. She doesn't learn anything too advanced for now.
Imagine if in the Boruto rewrite, the Narutoverse has a full industrial revolution and chakra tools are actually OP. I don't like chakra tools. Tenten's obviously behind Toby's mask.
But just basic techniques, nothing like paralysis genjutsu or a genjutsu that completely alters the senses of the target, but she learns some illusions and stuff like that. We also see Sasuke watching Sakura training her genjutsu from afar.
I never get why Naruto was so bad at basic combat because, well, he was kind of a goofball. He didn't really apply himself in the academy.
With his Sharingan activated. This detail will be important later. Sasuke watching Sakura hints he is at least mildly interested in her, so we can actually start developing their romance a little bit more. Finally, Kakashi trains Sasuke on his Sharingan. We have Kakashi explaining how the Sharingan works in more detail to Sasuke and to the audience as well. He explained about the precognition the Sharingan provides, and also that Sasuke can copy abilities, but Kakashi says that she will...
You did a great job taking the good elements of part 1 and made some meaningful additions, namely more missions that should have happened. Yeah, I think there should have definitely been a mission between the first arc and the tuning exams.
Are physically unable to replicate an ability you won't be able to reproduce. For instance,
it's not going to happen, perhaps.
Wind style, you won't be able to copy wind style jutsus and so on. And this applies even
Boys, Tenten's gonna steal moderate, yes.
more so when you're talking about other Kekkei Genkais. Kakashi then tells Sasuke to try and copy what he is going to do. Sasuke activates his Sharingan and stands ready. Kakashi then pulls out a paper bomb and throws it into the ground. The paper bomb begins to smoke, indicating it will explode soon. Naruto and Sakura get very spooked by it, telling Sasuke to get the hell out of there because it's going to explode, but Sasuke stares at it and looks at what Kakashi is about to do. Kakashi then weaves hand signs and performs a jutsu, touching the paper bomb who is about to explode. Sealing symbols form over the paper coming out of Kakashi's hands, and the smoke stops. Kakashi says this is a basic sealing jutsu. It can be used to seal latent chakra. This will be important later. Kakashi then explains the basics of sealing techniques and asks Sasuke, did you copy that? Sasuke says yes. Kakashi then throws another paper bomb to the ground and says, then do it. As the paper bomb starts to smoke, Sasuke performs the same sealing jutsu, diffusing the paper. Sakura cheers.
What about Kiba? Are you going to give him more space? Now both him and Shino are going to discover their teammate is a sort of a traitor, secret agent. Yes, there will be some developments with Shino and Kiba. There will be, well, consequences.
And sims loudly as Naruto gets pretty jealous and says he could do it better if he had the time. Naruto then, trying to impress Sakura after Sasuke's display of talent, starts to perform some taijutsu combos just in the air without a target, but accidentally kicks a rock and falls on his butt. A little comedy beat there. We can see with this scene Kakashi training Team 7 and that they're bonding and learning new things. All of them, not only Sasuke, which makes the team
well, he had to have a redemption of some kind. Zion, you have to wait and see for that.
Itself feel more cohesive and intimate. However, this scene cuts back and forth with another more...
Oh, and this is... Do you guys like Danzo being introduced earlier in the story? I think... of course, Danzo, Kishimoto probably just thought about him after the time skip. Otherwise, he would have definitely introduced him before the time skip, because it would have made so much sense for him to be introduced earlier. Yes, most people are saying that you like Danzo being introduced earlier. Yeah, I like Danzo as a character. A lot of people hate him because of what he does in the story, but hating what he does is different from hating the character. I think the character is very good. He deserved a little bit more than what he got in the story, I think.
And that scene is the introduction of Danzo Shimura. Yes, I am introducing Danzo very early on, as he is a very prominent antagonist in Shippuden, and it would be good to see him actually interact with Hiruzen when he was still alive. For this scene, we see the third Hokage organizing missions and teams, and he comments with one of his advisors that the Leaf Village is receiving a lot of mission requests from smaller nations around the Land of Fire, and that they're very...
Danzo was a solid antagonist. Heck, I always picture an Uprising style AOT arc with him and Naruto. Yeah, the root Anbu was foreshadowed for so long, but nothing really happened. Danzo kind of took over, died, and that's it.
Understaffed. They're running kind of low on manpower. But the Leaf Ninjas are overall doing a pretty good job on their mission, so they're still receiving a lot of them. We then see he looks at a scroll ordering a B rank mission, and you can see Hiruzen looks a little conflicted. Danzo then enters the room, and we get this feeling for his ominous, evil presence. He then says, Hiruzen, don't tell me you've grown foolish enough in your old age to send them in that mission. Hiruzen dismisses Danzo with a smile and says, old friend, you know me, I believe...
Question, do you plan to include the Otsutsuki at some point in the story? Or will you go a very remote route at the chronological point in which they are introduced? What do you guys think? Type 1 if you think the Otsutsukis are gonna be in the story, type 2 if you think they won't.
Believe in our shinobi, and the young generation carries the will of fire as much as any of us. This will of foolishness will get you killed one day. Foreshadowing. Hiruzen says, it might, but as long as it doesn't, I will choose to believe in them.
Most people are saying it won't. Okay.
Danzo says, do what you wish, but I cannot allow you to send a QB on that mission. Hiruzen for the first time is visibly angry at Danzo in this entire conversation, and also in the series as a whole. He never seemed to be angry when he...
Daigo, are you gonna rewrite Killer Bees bars? No, because I'm not very good at that. I'm not going to write bars for him. If there's a situation in the dialogue he needs to do something like that, I'll just say he does some bars, and I'm not gonna write bars for him because that would be very bad.
He talked to Naruto even though Naruto was just screaming at him. And then Hiruzen says, Naruto is a shinobi of the Leaf Village, not an asset, and I will not have you questioning my decisions any further. Last I checked, I was the Hokage. Danzo simply says, for now, and leaves the room. We cut back to Team 7 training, and Kakashi spots the hawk that flies over them whenever they are called to the Hokage's office. It appears we have a new mission, Kakashi says. As you may have guessed by the title of the video, we are not going straight to the tuning exams after the
that was a mistake, and it was the editors trying to hurry Kishimoto up.
That's for a couple of reasons. First, we need to get a better feeling for how the life of a normal ninja
Ambas were supposed to be basically CIA, and they don't seem to be competent in this sort. Yeah, they're pretty much that. Seeing Daigo spit bars is like living a dream. Kurum is 1,000 years old and moreover seems to be more knowledgeable. I mean, he knows nuclear fusion. Is he gonna share some memories with Naruto or teach some jutsu? If Frog can do it, we'll have to wait and see. Wasn't each member of the team supposed to be skilled in one aspect of jutsu? Sakura Genjutsu, Naruto Taijutsu, Sasuke Ninjutsu. That was definitely Kishimoto's initial intention, but I don't care about them being, you know, generalists in that regard. I actually think it's good for variety, to be honest.
Goes in the Naruto world. In the original, the Land of Waves is the only normal mission we ever get to see our protagonist going on. The other missions are all very different from what common shinobis would usually go. We have the tuning exams, and then most of the missions after that involve the Akatsuki or Orochimaru or some very strange thing that most ninjas would never even dream of going.
And yeah, this mission is definitely not a quote-unquote normal mission for Genins to go on. But what I mean by normal mission, it's just a mission you could receive from your village, you know, in theory, and go on. Not like you have to go and destroy the Akatsuki, or you have to go after Sasuke because he left the village. And of course, if I were to do like a very normal mission for a Genin, they would be like taking care of a cat or something. It wouldn't be fun.
More down-to-earth mission before the tuning exams will be very good for world building. Also, we are introducing Team Asuma and Team Kurenai in this arc as well, instead of doing so in the tuning exams. They're gonna be established characters by then. Don't get me wrong, the tuning exams is one of the best arcs in manga/anime history, but it introduces dozens of new characters, and I think we can all agree that among the secondary characters, they focus primarily on Team Guy and the Sand siblings. You could argue Shikamaru and Shino get pretty decent focus in the tuning exams as well, but Lee, Neji, and Gaara are really hyped up as the top Genins in the tuning exams, and they are the focus primarily.
So do you think introducing the other teams so early kind of diminishes the impact of their jutsus and their techniques and their personalities showing up for the first time in the tuning exams? Because I heard some people didn't like that. You know, just getting them introduced this early kind of takes away the mystery from the tuning exams, but I don't think that would be the case, because the more mysterious characters would definitely be Gaara first and foremost, and then the sound team as well.
So I'll have a shot at developing Team Asuma and Team Kurenai here before the tuning exam, so we are more attached to them. Also, I am putting those characters here because they literally have zero...
I wouldn't rewrite a lot of parts involving Gaara's character. He's really good. I didn't really. I barely touched on Gaara, like at all. Because I agree with you, he's a great character.
Interactions with Sasuke in the entire series, most of them at least, which is kind of an...
Yeah, this is crazy. Sasuke never interacts with Shikamaru or Hinata, which are two pretty important characters, and the interactions he has with the other, like with Kiba, with Shino, they also barely exist. The only one he interacts with outside of Team 7, really, are Rock Lee, Neji, and Ino. And the rest, like, he doesn't have anything. It's crazy.
An important character, you know, Sasuke, second most important character of the series.
Are you gonna change how someone obtains the Mangekyo? I always found it weird. Only a handful of Uchihas were distressed enough to awaken it. Well, the thing is, you have to be powerful enough, and you have to inherit a particularly strong bloodline of the Uchiha clan to do so. It's not everyone that even awakens the base Sharingan, so there's limitation. But you will see how, for example, Madara Uchiha awakens his Mangekyo in the future.
If all members of the Sasuke rescue team have a more fleshed out relationship with him, it just makes for a more compelling story when they actually try to rescue him. Just think about it. Hinata and Shikamaru never said a single word to Sasuke.
Oh, Sasuke only talked with Hinata on that Burrito movie, yeah. I think there's another movie in Naruto Shippuden where when Hinata literally says one word to Sasuke, which is Sasuke-kun, and that's it.
We are changing this here. Those two characters are too important not to interact with the second most important character in the show. We are also not going to have any Jonins assist the Genins in this arc, which makes the story more tense. Finally, our antagonists will be ninjas from this.
How about the Sharingan? How do we evolve the Tomoe thing? It's kind of like the Mangekyo, but it's a discharge of powerful emotions, especially you know, negative emotions first and foremost. But Sasuke, he awakened it after he kind of acknowledged Naruto as being powerful, and then he got his third Tomoe. It's also because of your emotions. Of course, the Mangekyo is much more extreme.
Stone Village, which is the only village.
Not gonna lie, I wish you did more with Kurenai. Kurenai will get a spotlight. She will get things to do, don't worry. Probably the only thing with Gaara that I even consider changing is his quote-unquote fight with Sasuke in the summit. Oh, yeah, this part hasn't arrived yet, Descendant of Artorias in the story, so yeah, that will be a little bit different, yes. Also, one thing that I quote-unquote changed for Gaara in the Chunin exams is that his fight with Sasuke in the forest is longer. He fights against Sasuke with Sasuke using Curse Mark Stage 1, which I think would have been very cool to see.
We see nothing about in part 1. We get to see something from all other major villages. Even the Cloud Village has a quick flashback scene in Neji's backstory.
Oh wow, because even though she's gonna have a baby, you know, Kurenai, it's because she has a baby that she'll do things. I mean, there's a big great war. You just had a kid, you want to protect the kid. You're a ninja, you're a Jonin shinobi, you are a powerful asset.
Also other reasons for including a new arc here, but I'll get to them later. Also, subscribe to the channel if you didn't do so in the first time I asked.
Yeah, subscribe to the channel, guys, come on.
Team 7 arrives in Hiruzen's office, and Naruto is all eager, saying, "Give me the toughest mission you got, old man, because I'll be the Hokage one day, and I'm not running away from any tough quests." Hiruzen says, "You might like the one I have for you today then. But first, Kakashi, I have a different mission for you this time. Unfortunately, I'll have to split your team." Naruto is excited when he hears this because this is the first time Kakashi
some people are talking about Anko. She's gonna show up soon.
Sasuke thinks this is a strange move and questions Hiruzen's decision, and Sakura thinks, "Now I only have to get rid of Naruto and Sasuke and I will be alone for the entire mission." We see Kakashi getting a scroll for an S rank mission, and he says, "It will be done, Hokage-sama." He then looks at Team 7 and says, "And you three, behave." Kakashi leaves, and our three heroes are very excited about their new mission. At this moment, someone knocks. Hiruzen tells them to come in, and we see Team Asuma and Team Kurenai entering the room. Asuma and Kurenai themselves are not there though, only their Genins. We can see the atmosphere changing immediately as Sakura is completely bummed out that she won't be able to be alone with Sasuke. And we get the introductory scene of the 6 other Genins here instead of the one we got in the Chunin exams. You know, the one Naruto gives his opinion.
What was Kakashi's S rank mission? I didn't think about it. I just needed a reason for him to leave. He's doing a difficult mission. You can come up with it on your own. You know?
About each of them. Sakura and Ino trade stares as usual. Hinata seems shy around Naruto. Shikamaru is just yawning. Choji is eating chips. Kiba is just being Kiba, I guess, and just provoking Naruto. And Shino's just chilling, making sure Choji doesn't stomp one of his bugs. Hiruzen says, "Alright, everyone is finally here. Well, as our newest batch of ninjas, I thought to give you all a special mission where you won't be accompanied by..."
Are you going to do anything with a plot point that the Akatsuki originally stated they were trying to build an army? No, that will remain the same. I think the initial, intentions that Nagato had for the Akatsuki were very interesting.
You're sent.
Kakashi's S-rank mission was to assassinate the ramen guy. He failed.
All 9 of you will be important. Sasuke questions
His hunting down newest volume of makeout tactics.
why he would send 9 Genins instead of a smaller but better
Oh, Kiba's very disrespectful in this arc, that's true.
trained team if the mission is difficult. Hiruzen then answers his thoughts by saying, "The country of crystals asked for help of our village." By the way, I am making that country up in this rewrite. It's a very small nation that borders the land of fire and the land of earth. About here in the world map. Hiruzen continues, "Their capital city went through a natural disaster, a huge landslide, and they requested the services of our ninja
Sakura, Hinata, and Tenten versus Konan in Pain arc. Man, Sakura and Hinata already fought against Konan. What are you talking about?
to help with the damage control, taking mud and rocks out of the city as well as helping them rebuilding structures that were destroyed. That's why we need a lot of hands, and they don't necessarily have to be Jonins, as you're not expected to fight anyone in this mission. This will obviously not be the case, however. Help the—
Is Hikaka gonna be in your rewrite? What do you guys think? Is Hikaka gonna be in the rewrite? Type 1 if you think he will, type 2 if you think he won't.
The people in the country of crystals. This is a B rank mission, as it is in another nation, and I will be electing the captain for the 9 of you, which you will obey his orders as if from
Most
your
people think he is.
senseis.
Okay.
There's a pause as Naruto gets very eager. After the results of his last mission, he is certain he will be the team leader. Hiruzen says, "Sasuke Uchiha will be your captain, so pay attention to
Thanks
his
for the
commands
donation.
and follow his instructions." Naruto gets furious, screaming to the Hokage why Sasuke and not him. Hiruzen nonchalantly replies that Sasuke's
replace
mission
Kaguya.
results have been the best among all the rookies, and that he
What do you guys think about Sasuke being the team captain here? Do you think this is an interesting thing I came up with? I think it's pretty cool, to be honest. Some people say this arc is too focused on Sasuke, and it is very much focused on Sasuke, but Naruto still gets the final oomph moment in the arc, and I think that this is an arc also working for the development of their relationship that's, very difficult and complex, and they're still good friends. It makes sense. Yeah, I also think it makes sense. If Shikamaru was, more applied in the academy, he would have been the captain, but Shikamaru, in this point of the story, nobody even knew he was a genius. Like, people thought he was just a guy just cruising by, doing nothing serious. His cloak, where's the cloak? Don't worry, the cloak will come back.
shows great instinctive leadership according to Kakashi, while Naruto is impulsive and hot-headed. Naruto gets pretty upset by hearing that, but doesn't go any further. Sakura and Ino obviously idolize and simp over Sasuke for being chosen as their leader. Kiba says, well,
Foreshadowing for Taka/Heavy, yeah, that too. He is the captain of Taka and Heavy, right?
well, I think I should be the leader, but whatever. Shikamaru only says "mendokusai" while yawning, and the others accept without much of protest. Hiruzen says, you have the day to prepare for the mission. You're leaving tomorrow at 6 a.m. Shikamaru and Naruto are very disheartened upon hearing that, but nevertheless, all of them accept the mission. Hiruzen then gives Sasuke a book containing the profile of all ninjas in the squad, their data book stats and jutsus essentially, so Sasuke can get familiar.
Imagine like Sasuke reading the data books and saying, "Oh, okay, so apparently Choji is multi-continental."
With what everyone can do to give them proper orders based on his squad's abilities. I know Genins are not supposed to lead squads, but I made a point of Hiruzen saying they're very understaffed and that he doesn't expect any fights to happen in this mission, so he's gonna give Sasuke the team captain role here. He chooses Sasuke because he is the most talented of the bunch and he has good IQ and instincts for battle as well. People don't really know Shikamaru is a genius yet, so Hiruzen goes with Sasuke. It's also great to have Sasuke as the team leader because that will allow for some interesting interactions with Naruto. The morning arrives and Naruto is the only one who's late. Even Shikamaru gets there in time. Sasuke and Sakura scold him and we see Hinata say,
Sasuke reading the data book and sees that some blonde girl from the Sand Village could destroy the universe in one bad day. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Temari is stated to be able to destroy the entire universe in the data books. Oh boy, I love the data books. They're so accurate.
Saying good morning to Naruto, but she speaks too quietly, so Naruto doesn't understand. He turns towards her and says, "Wait, what did you say?" And she just says nothing because she's too shy and just gazes down to her feet.
I hope we give Naruto some drip.
We'll have to
what do you mean by
drip? The country of crystals, which will take a couple of days. This is a good time to have some
like
interactions,
a different outfit.
Things to flesh out the characters. First, we see the rivalry between Sakura and Ino as they dispute Sasuke's attention non-stop for Naruto's dismay.
Sasuke's using his Sharingan to see the manga ending. Will you ever introduce filler characters or movie villains? No, I will not.
Shikamaru disapproves and thinks Ino is stupid by doing so, talking with Choji, which establishes their friendship, and eventually Sasuke gets pissed and commands both Sakura and Ino to back off. And
Toast X Jam donated $5. You're telling me Choji does not scale multi-continental or planetary? No, of course not. He is outer-versal, dude. Sasuke's analysis there was wrong. He's outer-versal. Just a single one of his fingers, when expanded, has the potential to wipe out every single multiverse.
Not speak to him again unless he says so. Sasuke then tells Sakura he thought she would know better than to goof around during a serious mission. This implies that Sasuke had grown to appreciate
Big on thoughts, Sasuke to Ino Sakura.
Sakura as a ninja during their time together.
A battle between Choji and Temari would destroy all of creation.
And thought she could be more professional during their missions. Sakura gets embarrassed and Naruto laughs at her. After that, we see Kiba provoke
Naruto's fart solos burst.
Naruto and just being an asshole, getting Naruto extremely pissed. Kiba didn't think much of Naruto.
What do you guys think about a-hole Kiba? Do you guys like him? Like this? Is there like a diehard Kiba fan in chat by any chance? Because I'm not a diehard Kiba fan, and that's why I chose to make him more of an a-hole, so that, you know, this rivalry between him and Naruto strengthens, and when Naruto fights him in the Chunin exams, it's, you know, more satisfying when Naruto wins.
Before they fought each other in the Chunin exams, so let's start building some tension between the two here. Hinata tries to intervene as they start arguing, but to no avail. Kiba provokes Naruto by saying he killed the 4th Hokage, one of the best ninjas the village has ever seen, because he's a monster and he should not be in this mission.
I liked Kiba in part 1. Yeah, he was much cooler in part 1 because he just became a joke in part 2. Every time he was on screen, he was saying, "I'm gonna become Hokage," and everybody would laugh at him.
As monsters are not trustworthy. Naruto gets pissed, and he's gonna punch Kiba, as Kiba also motions
Kiba's fang over finger at least 10 times light speed
to punch him as well. Sasuke then, as they're about to punch each other, blitzes in front of them and holds both.
Yeah, some people say they enjoy asshole Kiba. Interesting. However, I must insist that Condor the Ostrich is technically a terror to behold.
Both of their punches, one for each of his hands. Kinda like how Rock Lee will do to Sasuke himself later in the Chunin exams. With his Sharingan activated, Sasuke says,
"I don't think you changed Kiba, he was already the class bully in the Chunin exams." Yeah, he's always had the tendency, but I think I, you know, turned it up to 11 here, essentially.
"Enough, both of you." Naruto looks at Sasuke and says, "You're not bossing me around." Kiba, being a little wiser than Naruto, lets go, and Sasuke releases his hand. But Naruto is really pissed at Kiba and also Sasuke for overshadowing all of his actions. So he attacks Sasuke in anger. Sasuke flawlessly defeats Naruto, immobilizing him in one fluid single motion using his Sharingan, and says, "Naruto, you will obey
Kiba had no chill and it kind of worked.
The captain here," as he pins Naruto to the ground. Shikamaru steps in and says, "Naruto, listen to him. It's a drag, but we..."
"What will you do after you rewrite Boruto and Naruto?" "I will rest and see the sun rise What's the Thanos phrase? I don't remember exactly.
We have to obey Sasuke. He's our team captain. Sakura looks pretty scared about this whole situation.
W Sasuke moment.
Naruto, seeing her very scared face and listening to Shikamaru, calms down. And so does she. This is the—
So is Hinata already in the route at this point? No, she's not. She's not in the route. She wasn't in the route in part 1. It happened during the time skip. And you saw the beginnings of, you know, Hinata's journey towards darkness in the second to last episode in that flashback with her mom dying and all that kind of, you know, gruesome stuff.
The first of many times we'll see Naruto and Sasuke fighting. It is a very quick fight, and we see how far ahead of Naruto Sasuke is right now. Naruto also thinks that to himself, thinking that he got destroyed by Sasuke, and he feels angry and ashamed by it. His anger is just boiling up.
About the 8 gates you gave them to Hinata, will you also allow other characters to unlock them? And if so, what prerequisites will they need to do so? You'll have to wait and see, but the 8 gates technically is a technique everyone can learn, as long as you apply yourself enough. It's just that Rock Lee and Mike Guy are so much more, you know, dedicated that they get the hang of it faster.
As he's trying to contain himself, but Hinata kind of gets close to him and says, "Calm down, Naruto, Kiba doesn't mean that." As she tries to apologize.
Are you going to explain why Hinata is a part of the route? Yes, there is going to be a lengthy, not lengthy, but a decently sized arc explaining why she did so.
For Kiba, but Naruto says to Hinata, I'll show them and I'll be the greatest Hokage ever.
Poor Lee, he's not unique anymore. No, he's still very unique. Nobody is going to be able to go beyond the 3rd gate other than Lee and Guy.
We can visibly see that Hinata is sad by Naruto not acknowledging her very well and just kind of thinking for himself, but still. It's interesting to make at least one of the rookies have some—
Aren't the 8 gates forbidden jutsu? Well, Hinata's in the root Ambu. I don't think they have restraints about, you know, learning forbidden jutsus.
Some sort of prejudice, just like the villagers have to—
I hope you let Neji live. Interesting poll. Type 1 if you think I'll let Neji live. Type 2 if you think he's going to die in the rewrite.
Towards Naruto, so I'm doing that to Kiba. He's gonna be less likable here, but let's be honest, who actually likes Kiba? And it's good to build up tension for Naruto and Kiba's eventual fight. The 9 ninjas get pretty quiet for the rest of the trip, as what happened previously was pretty serious.
Okay, it's pretty split.
We can also see Sasuke
some people think he will, some people think he won't.
For saying what he said to Naruto, but Sasuke keeps his cool, trying to move forward with the mission.
Comment down below a character that didn't die in the original that you think will die in the rewrite.
After some days of traveling, the Konoha 9 arrive to the capital of the country of crystals. It is a sizable village, definitely not as large as Konoha, but by no means small, and it is in very bad shape as a landslide hit a large portion of the town. There is a serious amount—
My headcanon is that my headcanon was always just after a certain gate, you basically have to dedicate every amount to taijutsu training to unlock anymore. Yeah, essentially, that's pretty much it. It's too difficult to unlock the others. Some people are saying Tenten, Hinata, Choji, Gai Sensei, Kakashi, Orochimaru, Sasuke, Choji, Tsunade, Gai, Kakashi, Tsunade, Goku. I'll say, at least one of you got one of those guesses right. That's what I'll say.
Of rocks and mud on the streets, surrounding many buildings and structures that were very heavily damaged. And the people from the village seem to be struggling a lot as well, as we see their sadness and empty gazes. Many of them are injured as well. As the Konoha 9 walks into the village, through one of the pathways that wasn't hit by the landslide, people start to whisper. And of course, our ninjas notice it. After many whispers, one villager points to Sasuke and says, "He's the spawn of the devil! He carries the symbol of death! He's come here to finish us off!" As she points to the Uchiha clan symbol that is displayed on the back.
Why are you killing off characters? Because sometimes death is important for stories like Naruto.
Of Sasuke's shirt. Sasuke and the other ninjas are very confused by that, but people in general get very scared of Sasuke especially. Kids start running away from them. Some people even throw rocks at Sasuke, which he easily catches or dodges, but it's a strange situation. I think this is a good opportunity to put Sasuke in Naruto's shoes a little bit.
I said at least one of you guys.
So he can
Here, let's see who's going to die now.
understand how Naruto feels, as everyone in Konoha does similar things to him. Still, the squad doesn't understand why Sasuke is being...
Rock Lee is a great character. He's gonna cut Edo Madara in half. I mean, he's already done that in the original. And then Madara will actually dedicate him a minute. And that minute will be pure fire. And then someone's gonna die, I fear.
treated like that, and neither does the audience. The Konoha 9 get an audience with the village elders, and they also seem to be wary of Sasuke. They explain the landslide happened a week or so ago and need help to re-establish their city, as Hiruzen explained before. Shikamaru asked if a landslide like this had ever happened before, and the elders tell him that it was the first time. Even though the village is close to a mountain range, no landslides had ever happened before. Sasuke then separates the team into different tasks, commanding some of them to collect the rocks and the mud, while others
those
will
who
help
beats Madara,
the
yes,
structures and tend to the wounded.
He does.
As the team begins to scatter, an elder woman, who was the only one who didn't seem to be afraid of
I thought it was corny how Naruto bailed Guy out.
Sasuke, says,
That's
"You
an
should
opinion.
not go outside.
Mm-hmm.
People will fear you." Sasuke says, "I have noticed." She says, "I apologize for the way things are, but some people just can't let the past go." Sasuke nods and uses the
Will we add more things to Sage Mode? Give a hint. I will. There's gonna be lore behind Sage Mode.
transformation
And why some people can and others cannot use it.
jutsu to turn into a commoner, so people don't ostracize him. We now see the Konoha 9 using the
Oh, and by the way, if you guys are interested in seeing a sneak peek of the next rewrite, we need to reach a certain amount of donations or you know, memberships in the channel here for this live stream. If you want to do that, support the channel, guys, and you can get a sneak peek for the next rewrite.
their ninjutsu not to fight, but to help the village. Choji enlarges his hand to remove large amounts of mud and rocks. Shino does the same thing with his bugs. Hinata looks for larger rocks and anyone lost in the mud with her Byakugan. Naruto uses shadow clones to help rebuild the city structures and so on. And this goes for a good 3 or 4 days, with a team just doing menial tasks, helping the village. And let's include a scene here where Sasuke
Naruto's
sees
Jesus, he
Sakura
walks on water.
tending to a wounded boy, putting some bandages on his arm, and then Sasuke sees this very brief flashback, throwing back to his mom, doing the same to him. This would literally be one panel in the manga. Sasuke reminisces about his mom in this scene, and starts to see Sakura as a woman like his mom was. Kind, helpful, and dependable. Developing romance! Let's go, let's try to do that. Sasuke—
Look how cute this not at all toxic couple is. They look so great together, guys. I don't know what you're talking about.
We also see Naruto biting more than he can chew to one-up Sasuke while they're repairing the city, but it backfires as Naruto drops a ton of blocks of wood that he was trying to carry at the same time when he slips on the mud. And as Sasuke is using the transformation jutsu, we get a feeling the villagers are now very appreciative of the efforts of the Konoha team, because they kind of give an excuse that Sasuke left as people didn't seem to like him, so he's not there anymore. We cut to a cave.
And now, Best Girl is introduced, isn't she? Do you guys, what's your opinions on Kurotsuchi and this rewrite? What do you think about her?
High up in the mountains that are next to the village, 3 figures sit in that cave, lit by an oil lamp. We identify 3 ninjas from the
Kaku?
Stone Village. 2 male, 1 female. One of the guys says, "Come on, what's taking so long to ask the Stone Village to help? The landslide happened over a week ago." The other guy said,
Good, but not Best Girl. She's great. Kurotsuchi X Naruto. Much more development. I love her. Let chest, don't come at me. Nice first time has a personality. Well, actually, she does have personality in the original. It's just that she only appears you know, in like 2 pages. And it was kind of an accident the way she turned out here. I just needed somebody from the Stone Village that would make sense, and it made sense for her to be in here. And it just so happened that her chemistry with Naruto really worked out. A lot of people liked it.
Says, you tell me we've been handpicked by the Tsuchikage, but now we just have to sit here and wait. He then scoffs and says, well, I guess some of us were picked because of our skill, others because of favoritism. And he looks at this younger girl, about 15, and you would recognize her as a younger Kurotsuchi. She says, just be—
We'll make Jinchuruki stories. I just made one for the rewrite. Did you watch the last episode?
because the Tsuchikage is my granddad, it doesn't mean I lack in skill. She doesn't seem angry but eager to prove them wrong. Bring Kurotsuchi in early on is an interesting way to develop the future Tsuchikage and also some of her connections to our main characters. And well, I think she is a decent enough character to have as an antagonist of an early arc. As Kurotsuchi finishes talking, a fourth stone ninja, a bearded man in his mid-50s, enters the cave and says, "Bad news. They didn't ask for help of a stone. They asked for help of a leaf." The two younger men seem exasperated, while Kurotsuchi seems excited. She asks,
"Hype to see Jiraiya versus Sasuke." Yeah, if you want to see a sneak peek, you know what to do.
"Then we'll have to fight them, right?" The older man says, "Yes, we'll have to make sure they go away. But we cannot reveal we're ninjas from the stone. They're just kids, shouldn't be a problem." The older man seems to be their squad leader as he commands the other three to go and persuade the ninjas from Konoha to leave. We cut back to Sasuke and he is asking around while in his transformed form why the villagers seem to hate that guy, the Uchiha guy who appeared before. He gets some generic responses such as that symbol is a symbol of the devil and bad luck, but nothing too concrete. Shikamaru then approaches Sasuke and says, "So,
didn't the first Uchiha live that long?" Yeah, I didn't have the AI thing to create characters back then, so I just used the first Uchikage's image for this character here. We have Kurotsuchi, Gaara, Killer Bee, but which mist ninja will Naruto befriend? Well, he did befriend Haku, and we also get we got in the latest arc, we got Amayuri from the Mist Village, which is someone from the Mist Village as well. Some people are shipping her with Kakashi. I will neither confirm nor deny that this is gonna be a thing.
I looked closer at the rocks that came with the landslide. Some of them are very, very large. Too large to be landslide rocks. They seem to have some flat sides too, as if they were cut. Sasuke looks up, alarmed, and says, "Cut with chakra? Could be." Sasuke then quickly calls for the team to assemble. As they do so, he tells everyone, myself, Shikamaru, and Hinata will go investigate the mountain and the landslide, and tells the others to stay sharp and that there may be trouble but to carry on their activities as if nothing is happening. They get confused with that, but Sasuke, Shikamaru, and Hinata start to go up the mountain. Hinata scouting ahead with her Byakugan. They find a large section of rock.
What do you think about this team? I think it's an interesting combination. Especially because, Sasuke never talked to any of them.
That seems to have been cut off the mountain. Shikamaru concludes that it had to be some sort of ninjutsu, as it doesn't look natural at all. Something that dislodged a large rock from the mountain, causing a massive...
Yeah, some people are supporting Amiguri and Kakashi, Priestess of Divine Dragon. Daigo, what happens to the Five Tails? You have to wait and see. Very exotic team. Yes, it is an exotic combination. Two dojutsu users and a genius. You mean Sasuke? Sasuke's a genius.
Landslide. Hinata then spots someone far away. There seems to be one person up ahead in the mountain. It seems like he's heading towards the village. We cut back to one of the younger male ninjas from the stone village walking through the forest as he mumbles, "Oh, now we have to fight stupid Konoha kids." 3 shuriken are shot at him from the woods as he blocks them with a short katana he uses. Hinata comes out of the rocks nearby.
Kakashi and Amiri-san's gonna be OP. Yeah, now they're gonna start fighting the stone guys. It's an interesting little fight they're gonna have here.
with the DygoKnight activated and starts to assault him with her gentle fist. He evades the attacks using Earth-style mud wall as Hinata breaks the wall with her fists. The stone ninja then counters her with a nerf-style protection around his skin, but Sasuke appears as he's about to counterattack Hinata and blocks his punch with a Sharingan activated. Uchiha and Hyuga assault the stone ninja together, who is now on the defensive. Sasuke uses a fireball that the stone ninja...
I don't know if this happened already, but imagine if she did chakra rotation with lightning style. She hasn't been using lightning style when she used her Hyuga abilities because she was trying to disguise herself, of course. She didn't want to reveal herself as the Oni Masked Ninja. And also, when she was the Oni Masked Ninja, she wasn't using the Hyuga jutsus because she didn't want to reveal herself, you know, as Hinata. So, actually, she was fighting nerfed every time she appeared.
Ninja blocks using another stone wall.
Of course, she isn't, you know, an Umbo here yet, but you get the point.
Which is destroyed. We see Sasuke taking a close look at the stone ninja as he uses the wall. The stone ninja says, "You damn kids, you pay for that, you'll see." He weaves hand signs and sticks his hands to the ground, which starts to shake and says,
In the rewrite, what arc are you at? We are just before the Search for Itachi arc. Because there's gonna be an arc in the middle of that one, between the other stuff.
"I'm done with you." It seems like he is preparing a massive jutsu to counterattack as earth spikes sprout out of the ground, aiming towards Hinata and Sasuke. We cut back to Naruto, who is still butthurt about Sasuke having defeated him, and pissed at Kiba, who is nearby with Choji. An old lady drops to the ground right next to Naruto as she slips on the mud.
Might sound dumb, but would Hinata in the root have a chance against Kakashi, or would that be one-sided? Well, I don't know. Have to wait and see.
Naruto rushes to help her. As he kneels down, he is stabbed in the gut by the old lady, who pulled a kunai out of her sleeve. Naruto pulls back, bleeding, but the lady rushes towards him. Choji and Kiba rush to counterattack the old lady. Kiba using his fang over fang, Choji his limb enlargement. Naruto, even though wounded,
limb enlargement,
it uses the Shadow Clone Jutsu to attack the lady as well. The three Konoha ninjas engage in a taijutsu bout with the lady, who is one of the stone ninjas.
Is there multiple Oni Mask ninjas because she was with Naruto and Sakura and Yamato when Naruto was healing from his battle with Sasuke and the Oni Mask killed those ninjas? She has a Shadow Clone Jutsu, guys.
Undercover. We cut to Sakura and Ino, who are in the middle of an argument about which of them deserves Sasuke better. They are very close to each other.
How many more donations for a sneak peek? Well, more than what we've received so far because I didn't get anyone since I've asked for them. So, well, if this episode ends, which is in about 20 minutes, and we don't get, you know, at least to know an interesting value, I'm unfortunately going to have to hold the sneak peek off for today.
They're almost coming to blows. Shino is nearby, just observing. They suddenly hear sounds of battle coming from the distance and divert their attention. It seems like they hear Naruto, Kiba, and Choji engaging the old lady. As they look away, a male villager behind them, about 30 feet away, tosses a barrage of a dozen kunais imbued with chakra in the direction of the two kunoichis. As the kunais are about to hit and kill the two, a wall of bugs forms and blocks the kunais. As we see
I don't like her in the rewrite, to be honest, but at least she was something. Hinata had nothing to do of interest in Naruto Shippuden. Okay, yeah, I suppose that's an opinion, but, you know, Hinata's story is not over in the rewrite yet, so maybe you'll change your mind.
Preparing for battle. The male villager, who is a stone ninja disguised as well, said,
I for real thought the Onimatsu figure was Sasuke. Guys, comment, who did you think the Onimask figure was in the beginning? What were your theories?
It seems at least one of you didn't lower your guard. Sakura and Ino both draw kunais and stand ready to battle the male villager, who starts to weave hand signs. With this, we have 3 corps of heroes fighting, and each 3-man team has 1 ninja from every Jonin squad. So I try to pair up some interesting
Tenten? Why Tenten, dude? Edo Tensei Shisui? Edo Tensei... I saw a lot of people saying it was Shisui. Never got, like, why people got that impression, but... Stai? Yamato or a new character. Kakashi's dad. Interesting. Itachi, Shino, Iruka? Oh boy. Yeah, there's some very interesting guesses here.
Her combinations to fight together, something we never saw in the original. We cut back to Sasuke and Hinata, and we see massive spikes coming from the ground. It seems like the Stone Ninja is going to shoot those at them. The Stone Ninja says, "Let's see if you can dodge my earth spikes, little punks." And as he motions to release them and shoot them towards Sasuke and Hinata, we hear a familiar sound of the Shadow Possession Jutsu. As the Stone Ninja ceases to move, Shikamaru steps out of the woods, his shadow linked
the ramen
to the
guy
Ninja's shadow, and says, "Now we may have some questions for you." As the Stone Ninja looks very desperate,
Black
as his
Zetsu.
body cannot
Fair
move
assumption,
alone.
but
we cut
no.
back to Naruto, Choji, and Kiba as they're still engaged.
Ooh, $20 from. Oh, this is a Roman number. C is 100. D is. I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm bad at this. Anyways, DVIIX. Love your videos, man. The rewrite has been the only new Naruto content I can consume. It's much better than Boruto trash. Could we get a sneak peek? Ooh, you make a very good argument here. Very good argument. Let's see. Let's see. You have to stick around till the end of the react here to see if we're gonna get a sneak peek. But thank you for the 20 and the support.
With the old lady in taijutsu.
A capybara.
Taijutsu.
Good guess, though.
We can see wisps of chakra flowing outside of her body, implying an nemp to her physical abilities. She easily counters Fang over Fang and Choji's expansion.
Ooh, Descendant of Artorias. When do you plan on making Ino a Tails Jinchuriki? Oh man, you know every single thing I'll do in the story. It's amazing. Like, how can you guess everything?
Jutsu. Naruto is bleeding quite a lot from his stomach, but he still goes with a Shadow Clone Jutsu as they're quickly defeated by the enemy's superior taijutsu. Naruto is definitely not in the best shape because of the injury he took to his gut. We cut to Sakura, Ino, and Shino as the ninja they are facing finishes weaving hand signs, and the ground around the Konoha ninjas turn into liquid as they start to sink, unable to move. Shino sends in insects, but the Stone Ninja disappears.
I thought she wanted to make a different appeal on Sasuke's reveal by saying he was the only masked figure, but since it didn't show the Sharingan, I gave up on it. I thought the only masked figure was Hikaku. Good guess, good guess.
Sakura, after quickly analyzing the situation, suddenly has a realization and says, "It's Genjutsu!" She then releases the Genjutsu and turns the ground back into normal, the Stone Ninja back in view. However, when she does so, more chakra-infused kunais fly towards the three Konoha ninjas, and
Kirin was underutilized. Yes, it was, and it will be more prominent in the rewrite.
Shino once again reacts, blocking the three kunais with a wall of bugs. The Stone Ninja in the sky says, "Come on, children, let's play! Come!" as he falls back. We cut back to Shikamaru questioning the Stone Shinobi caught on his shadow possession. "What is your purpose here? Why did you attack the village?" "I'll never say," he replies, as Sasuke steps forward and draws a kunai close to his neck.
The Stone team were Chunin? Yes, they were Chunin. All of them. Even Kurotsuchi and the captain.
Look at your situation and think carefully.
So I think 4 Chunin against 9 Genin. You know, you could argue that a Chunin is worth more than 2 Genin, but they also had Sasuke and Shino and Shikamaru, which are definitely above average Genin.
If you really don't want to talk,
Hebi introduced in the rewrite yet? Yes, the Hebi team is formed.
he says. Hinata then says, alarmed, "Sasuke-kun, there's another one approaching," as she points to the direction of the mountain forest. Sasuke and Hinata move in front of the captured Stone Ninja, blocking him from the incoming reinforcements, as Kurotsuchi comes out of the woods. She did not try to sneak up on them, and seems rather amused with the situation her comrade is in, as she says, "It seems you caught my stupid friend. Let him go and we can call it quits." "I'm afraid we can't do that," Sasuke says, cold as usual. "Thought so," Kurotsuchi says, as she weaves hand signs and uses magma style to attack. Kurotsuchi knows magma styles, so I am gonna do this. But in this rewrite,
I never liked the glue slash acid magma style. Like, that's so ugly looking. Just make it lava.
Magma style looks like, you know, magma, instead of that weird glue-like substance Kurotsuchi and Mei use in the war, which looks just so whack. Let's make it look like magma. It looks very nice. It's the first time we see magma style, so it should look cool too, and it should look menacing. Like Sasuke, Hinata, and Shikamaru are screwed. And as this wave of lava threatens to engulf the three of them, we cut back to Naruto fighting alongside Choji and...
Can it still be there though? You mean the corrosive thing? Sure, maybe not by them, but it can exist in the universe. I just don't like the look. Like when the 5 Kage were fighting Madara, when I read the manga at first, I always pictured as Mei spewing lava out of her mouth at Madara, but then in the anime it's like this, you know, it looks like... like that.
Kiba, and they are being clobbered by the old lady. We can see Naruto and Kiba bumping heads and not helping each other out during the fight because Naruto just hates Kiba's guts, and
Glow Acid looks like Mina's quirk from My Hero, yeah, and she's, you know, one of the most, you know, nobody really cares about her in the classroom.
Vice versa. As they keep taking kicks and punches, Kiba blames Naruto for getting in his way, and
oh, Brask is saying Naruto ends up with Kurotsuchi. Believe me. Who thinks Naruto's gonna end up with Kurotsuchi?
Naruto just screams back at him saying he is injured and he was caught off guard. We see that the 3 Konoha ninjas are completely outmatched, and they are already very beaten up by the stone ninja using taijutsu disguised.
Is Naruto's arsenal of abilities and jutsus be changed in your rewrite? It's already being changed. I don't think you're caught up though. But he's got much more stuff in Shippuden already. Naruto and Kurotsuchi Kakashi miss Kunoichi. A lot of people were saying no, she's not. Who thinks Naruto will end up with Hinata? Type Hinata or Kurotsuchi. Who do you think is going to end up with?
As an old lady. We cut back to Sakura, Ino, and Shino as their opponent falls back to prepare.
Or someone else too, you know. I don't care about writing ships. Characters end up with whoever makes more sense.
Prepare another genjutsu. Sakura says, however, we have to get out of his range quickly. Shino says, let's gather with the others. Use strength in numbers. The 3 of them run towards Naruto's position where they heard battle noises before. As the genjutsu stone ninja seems frustrated they didn't take his bait, but he gives chase. We now see Choji.
Most people are saying Hinata, but Kariri Guzo is saying chaotic answer, both.
Laying on the ground, barely able to stand up. We also see the old lady holding Kiba.
What's
by
your favorite
his
character,
throat,
Madara?
about to kill him. And this is a good moment to show Naruto will risk his life, even to protect people that treated him badly, as he's going to try and rescue Kiba. Naruto throws a smoke bomb on the ground, right where the old lady was holding Kiba. As she says, oh, these types of tricks won't work on me, boy. She exits.
Naruto stays single, Boruto's never born, big W. Naruto actually learning other jutsus other than just using Rasengan and Shadow Clones already made the series much more entertaining for me. That's good. That's good.
Sits the smoke holding Kiba by the throat, and we see Naruto going for a punch that is easily countered as he takes another punch to the gut who's already wounded. Naruto falls.
What color is Madara Susanoo for the rewrite? Interesting question. Which color do you guys think it's gonna be? Madara Susanoo in the rewrite. Which color, guys?
To
Let's see if you're paying attention to the story.
the ground as he tosses a kunai towards the stone ninja, but he misses above his head. And the old lady says, that's poor aim, boy. The kunai then transforms into one of Naruto's clones over her head, landing a kick swinging from above at the back of her neck. Naruto says, I was
Black, white, red, stay blue. Red, dark blue, green, blue, what else? I don't know. At least one of you is correct.
aiming for your head. The stone ninja drops
Who do you think is correct?
concentration and reverts back to his normal form, losing the old lady transformation. We can see he was the older ninja, the leader of the squad. Naruto's clone manages to snatch Kiba away, who's unconscious from being choked, but the older ninja is pissed off and rushes to the real Naruto, landing a nasty flurry of taijutsu, opening gashes on Naruto's face and saying, "You Konoha brats really are stubborn." Naruto tries to counter the taijutsu with the techniques Kakashi taught him prior to the mission, but the enemy is much more experienced and he has the ability to improve his physical capabilities with chakra. Naruto tries to use the shadow clones, forming the hand seal, but the old ninja just kicks his hands, not letting him form the seal and create the clones. As the stone ninja is about to finish Naruto off, a swarm of beetles suddenly attack his hand, forcing him to pull back. We see Shino, Sakura, and Ino with their pursuer and tail arriving. The pursuer screams, "Captain, they know how to counter genjutsu! I think your abilities will be more efficient!" Ino helps Choji up as he seems to be a bit recovered.
How biased am I when talking about Boruto? I am never biased. I am a paramount of ponderated and analytical thought.
And will try to fight. Kiba is unconscious and the group is surrounded by two way more experienced ninjas. We cut back to Kurotsuchi and we can see her massive magma style attack about to hit.
I didn't like the scene with Karui. I know that what Naruto was doing, but it just rubbed me the wrong way. A lot of people didn't. I honestly think it's fine.
Sasuke, Hinata, and Shikamaru. Sasuke then uses his Sharingan ability, weaving hand signs and creating a mud wall that he just copied from the first stone ninja they engaged. The lava impacts the mud wall and quickly destroys it, but the wall binds the Konoha
becomes bold enough transforming into Dr. Xavier.
ninjas a split second that they use to escape the magma attack. Shikamaru is forced to undo the possession on the male ninja as the three Genins regroup. Shikamaru says, "This girl's bad news. She knows a Kekkei Genkai. We have to get out of here." The male stone ninja looks at Kurotsuchi and says,
Sasuke copying jutsu is a W. I like that too. He also does that in Shippuden, which I think is really cool. I think they shouldn't have forgotten about this aspect of the Sharingan, which was kind of pretty much dropped hard in Shippuden.
"You could have hit me with that lava, but I didn't," she replies. "Now let's focus on our opponents." She looks at Sasuke and says, "You're kinda cute. I'm Kurotsuchi. What's your name?" "Sasuke Uchiha," he replies, narrowing his eyes in that cool...
Tyler Foster, you are intelligent. You just missed one in all of those.
chilly way of his. The male ninja says, "That's enough, let's take them down." Kurotsuchi stops him abruptly, holding his shoulder and says, "They're not common genin. We are fighting an Uchiha, and I think that one's a Hyuga." She points to Hinata. "We have to approach them more carefully." The male ninja snaps at Kurotsuchi and says, "Just because you're the grandeur of the Tsuchikage, it doesn't mean you can give me orders." And he rushes towards the three genins. Sasuke quickly launches a fireball towards
I'm not saying which one.
him that he blocks with a stone wall. As the fireball impacts, it creates a lot of smoke and debris, obscuring the view for a second. After the smoke clears, Shikamaru says, "Engage him closely. The girl can't attack with her magma if we're close to him, or she'll hit him." Sasuke and Hinata then rush forward as the smoke clears to engage the male stone ninja. Shikamaru uses his shadow possession, which trails behind the two Konoha ninjas. Kurotsuchi uses a water style attack with more precision than her lava style, because she has water style too, and Sasuke and Hinata dodge the water bullets she shot at them.
Boruto's are proud of the Intetsukiyomi.
They engage the stone ninja, who was unable to weave hand size in time to parry or block their attacks, and he starts to get pounded. Kurotsuchi, frustrated with her companion's bashfulness, has no choice but to also engage them in melee. So Sasuke, Hinata, and Shikamaru's shadow are assaulting Kurotsuchi and the male stone ninja, and after this lengthy taijutsu exchange where Shikamaru is unable to capture the two of them in his shadow, Kurotsuchi thinks better and launches a magma style attack against Shikamaru, who's standing further away, and her own ally wouldn't be in the way of the attack. We see Shikamaru opening his eyes wide as this massive amount of magma is about to hit him square on. We see Shikamaru's terror as he is engulfed by magma, screaming in agony. The screaming ceases.
Who thought Shikamaru was going to die here? Who thought I was gonna do that? I'm pretty sure at least a couple of you did.
To the remaining 6 Konoha ninjas, which are fighting the remaining 2 stone ninjas, and they are not doing very good. Sakura attempts her basic.
A lot of people are saying they did, yeah. So it was a good fake out.
User counters it effortlessly. Ino says she can't.
It was a good fake out then.
Without Shikamaru because it's too risky, and Naruto
some people didn't, which is normal, but
still trying to fight to no avail, just getting pounded.
I thought you went Game of Thrones on it.
Even more by the enemy. Choji is not doing so hot either as the enemy genjutsu catches and immobilizes him, and Sakura tries to break him out, but as she tries to do so, the older ninja blitzes her and goes for a punch to her side, a very powerful punch that's probably gonna knock her out. She is saved by Naruto, who gets in front of the punch and takes it for her. Naruto then dropping unconscious. Shino comes in for the rescue, using his bugs to protect his friends, but they are on the defensive. It's easy to see that at this point Shino is carrying the battle, and you see his bugs are able to...
The screams made it funny? You think so? I thought it made more, you know, heavier, you know, it gave more of an impact. But I suppose you could make that case.
Suck a decent amount of chakra from the 2 enemies.
He's too cool for lava.
However, with 2 men down, Konoha is very much on the defensive, and the older ninja says, if you leave this village right now and don't return, we can stop this fight, and no one needs to get hurt anymore. Sakura, looking at the state of her team,
I love how you write group fights, thanks.
But then she looks at Naruto, laying on the ground unconscious, and a flash of him saying that he won't give up passes through her mind. Her gaze firms, and she says, we won't abandon the people of this village. As the fight in the village wrecked by the landslide happened, most of the people standing by, the villagers, just ran away at the sight of fighting. But as Sakura says that, and readies herself to resist the attackers, the villagers that were observing at a distance, that were helped...
Yeah, some people thought this part of the arc, you know, when the people rebel, was too similar to the Land of Waves, which I can see. Maybe it was. Maybe should have done something different here, but still, I think the story works fine with it.
By her and the other Leaf ninjas during those days they stayed there begin to gain some courage.
Yes, Shino will appear
Some of them grab torches,
soon.
pitchforks, and other improvised weapons as the fight between the Stone ninjas and the Konoha ninjas restarts. Shikamaru is dead, killed by Kurotsuchi's lava style. She says, have you had enough? Sasuke simply says, we have only begun. Both Kurotsuchi and her male friend are paralyzed. Shikamaru comes out of a nearby alcove and says, yeah, I guess it worked. Kurotsuchi says, how? We cut back to a flashback of the moment when Sasuke launched a fireball on the male ninja's mud wall, creating a lot of ash and dust right after the male ninja rushed towards them and obscured the battlefield.
Please keep Sasuke's curse mark. Let's see.
See Shikamaru saying in that moment of opportunity when they cannot be seen, I'll be the bait, but you have to engage them close. Sasuke says, very well, and we see Sasuke using an illusion genjutsu, creating a copy of Shikamaru. We see that Sasuke copied the base genjutsu Kakashi taught Sakura while he was watching her during their training montage. The real Shikamaru then hides, and the illusion Shikamaru created the shadow who trailed behind Hinata and Sasuke when they were engaging the Stone Ninja in melee. So essentially Konoha's plan here was to obscure the view of the Stone Ninjas so they could use the genjutsu in order to...
What do you think about this little strategy?
Bait Kurotsuchi when she realizes attacking Shikamaru would be the better option, leaving them open from a shadow possession attack coming from the actual Shikamaru hiding in a stone alcove. Sasuke says, you lowered your guard, you didn't expect a genjutsu of such low level to be effective, but it was your mistake. As both...
Nice. He'll keep the curse mark, I smell it. Great. Oh, thanks.
Kurotsuchi and the male Stone Ninja are paralyzed. We cut back to the village. The Leaf Ninjas are being absolutely overwhelmed as a mob of villagers rushes towards their aid with improvised weapons. The 2 Stone Ninjas attack some of them, but the older shinobi says,
his videos are hints I snip and piece together.
don't kill the civilians. Naruto wakes up bleeding, and as he sees...
You're good at battle making, thank you. You know, the secret for interesting battle scenes, if you skip from one to the other, is also to fluctuate the state of the characters. Like, for instance, the last time I cut away from the Shikamaru fight, you thought Shikamaru was dead. This time when I cut away, you thought Shikamaru was winning, and they won the fight. But this is how you should write a battle that flows nicely. It has the highs and lows and stuff like that.
The civilians joining the fight, he also rushes in. Even with all those villagers helping the Konoha ninjas, they are absolute fodder, and the villagers are taken out very quickly. But there are too many of them, and they seem to be slowly but surely overwhelming these stone ninjas. However, as the mob of people doesn't stop coming their way, saying that they will protect their home, the older ninja weaves hand signs and produces a jutsu that booms his voice so everyone at a very long distance can hear him. He says, "Attention! People of the country of crystals, the land of earth demands that you surrender immediately and relinquish the help of the Leaf Village. The Stone Village will take care of matters now and ensure the safety of your people. This insurrection is useless, but rest assured that Tsuchikage only wishes to help you. We'll give you 24 hours. If you don't surrender unconditionally to the land of earth until then, another landslide will hit your city. One much more devastating this time." The older man and his companion then rush off, getting away from the angry mob and the Konoha ninjas, heading back to their hideout. We cut back to Sasuke, Hinata, and Shikamaru. They hear the speech delivered by the older stone ninja with his booming voice.
I like the inner Sakura, whether another personality confident or keeping Sakura in check. I feel like she had more use. Her being a stand wasn't expected. I haven't even seen JoJo's, but a lot of people say it's like a stand. Which I guess it's a good thing, right?
Even though they're
I love your Kisame laugh, thanks.
very far away in the mountains. Sasuke says, "We'll see what this guy has to say when he learns we have the granddaughter of the Tsuchikage in our hands." As he stares at an immobilized Kurotsuchi, "Hinata, do it." Hinata then uses her taijutsu, hitting the male stone ninja chakra points with her gentle fist, rendering him absolutely useless in ninjutsu combat, and goes to do the same to Kurotsuchi. She's about to strike her, but then Kurotsuchi says, "Well, you are not the only one readying a little surprise," as an 8 feet tall stone golem erupts from the ground under Shikamaru, punching him extremely hard, undoing the possession jutsu. Kurotsuchi evades Hinata's attacks and grabs her wounded ally as Sasuke uses Phoenix Flames to attack and destroy the golem with pinpoint accuracy as he was about to strike Shikamaru down. Kurotsuchi stares at the golem destroyed by Sasuke and says, "Oh well, it couldn't be too durable or her Byakugan would spot it even underground, but it did its job." Hinata says, "It probably blended with the rocks underneath. I'm sorry I couldn't spot it." Shikamaru, spitting blood, says, "So you did it at the same time as we later."
Will Kaguya be a thing in the rewrite? What do you guys think? Yes or no? Is she gonna be in the rewrite?
Our little trap then. Kurotsuchi says, "Indeed, you're very perceptive." We have a brief flashback of the moment when Sasuke used the fireball on the male ninja's stone wall, creating the smoke and ash, and then we see Kurotsuchi using her stone golem jutsu and commanding it to hide underground. Kurotsuchi says, "It appears our captain has changed plans suddenly," as she carries her companion wounded by Hinata's gentle fist. "Well, let's call it a draw for today."
It's pretty divided.
As Sasuke does the same to a wounded Shikamaru. Kurotsuchi then says, "Fighting you all was fun," as she winks to Sasuke.
Otsuki should be given the Konohamaru treatment.
Sasuke and Hinata help Shikamaru as they head back down to the village. And as they reach the town, we can see that the villagers look at Sasuke with fear and hatred like never before. But he ignores them and goes to check up on the others. Naruto is by far the most hurt of them all, and we can see Kiba woke up by this point. As Hinata sees Naruto's bad wounds, she reaches for her healing salve like she gave Naruto in the original in the tuning exams, but this time she applies it to Naruto's wounds herself as she blushes furiously. Now our heroes are hurt at their lowest point in the arc, and they have 24 hours to save the town without external help.
Have you come up with an ending for the Naruto rewrite? Yes, I already know the entire structure of the story.
As they have a time limit. This arc will be resolved in part 3 of the rewrite, so make sure.
And that's the video. What do you guys think about the Land of Crystals arc and this particular episode. What do you guys think? Is it an interesting addition to the Naruto story? And let me change the screen here. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. For Danzo. Danzo. Loved it, pretty good, 10 out of 10. Pretty solid, tense. It was nice. I mean, I was going to expect you to make Madara the final villain. This is where you got me hooked in the rewrite. Pog moment to have more country to country interactions. Did you imagine doing another original story on part 1? I thought about maybe doing another arc, but I didn't think it was necessary, to be honest. I think part 1 works very well. I just think this arc, you know, an arc between the beginning, you know, the Land of Waves and the Chunin exam should have existed. Otherwise, part 1's great. And even without this arc, part 1's great, right? I mean, of course it's good. You made it a very interesting arc. Thank you. Interesting, but may still be the least impressive Kage. You have to wait and see. Will we have movies rewrites? You mean the Naruto movies? Or other movies? You should make more extra arcs, thickening the story and world. Are you caught up? Because I definitely am in Naruto Shippuden. There was a big original arc just now. Deidara is my favorite character. I'm so excited for the Deidara versus Sasuke fight. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Did you see the last one though? The Deidara versus the Seven Tails. That was a fight for sure. Glad to see Genjutsus being incorporated early. Yes. I like that aspect of the story as well. So, guys, do you think you deserve a sneak peek? We got like $25 worth of donations, and it's very much appreciated. Do you think that's enough? Do you think that's enough? Like the live stream, by the way, if you haven't done so already. It helps me out. We'll keep the series of writing fake bios for your characters. They're not fake. Come on. They're not fake. Yes, yes, yes. Is Hinata going to die? Well, everybody dies one day, doesn't it? Everyone. Every character too, you know, one day the character dies. Maybe not on screen. Make Neji more powerful. I did give some stuff to Neji in the latest arc. Some extra stuff he didn't have. How many jutsus will Danzo use since most of his jutsus are stolen by Naruto? What? Oh, I mean the air bullets, the wind bullets. I wouldn't say they are stolen by Naruto. I mean, characters have the same jutsu, like the fireball. A lot of characters have the fireball, for instance. Will any character be nerfed on your rewrite? Yes. Who do you think? Will you do more with Kurotsuchi and Deidara since they're siblings? They're not siblings. It's implied Kurotsuchi kind of knew Deidara, but nothing really more than that. Pregnant Kurenai, 70% chance to die in the war. But she wasn't pregnant anymore in the war. She already had her child. She wasn't pregnant in the war arc. But she'll appear more. Kurenai, well, she was not very used in the story, unfortunately for her. Kakashi's Suner should be white because of the white thing. I agree with that. It was just blue. Kind of boring. Tintin getting nerfed. Oh, Tintin. Tin. Wow, this is interesting. Roshi backstory. Roshi was captured by Kisame in the rewrite already. He was captured before the time skip almost. Ooh, we got more 10! Maybe this will persuade you with the $10 for stage. Hazard, thanks for the support. Thanks for the support. You think these last $10 are worth a small sneak peek of the fight? She gave birth before the war. Yes, she did. She's not pregnant in the war anymore. The Kurenai, that is. I was hoping we get more of the Jinchuriki. Thing is, guys, if you do an entire arc surrounding every single Jinchuriki, the story would just be way too long. It makes sense for Sasuke to just not really want, not Sasuke, for Kishimoto not to want every like character to have a detailed backstory. Yeah. So what about that sneak peek? You guys want it? You guys have to want it. You got to mean it. You want it? Sneak peek, very small sneak peek. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's see. Let's see. Please make Rock Lee fight a path of pain. No, yes, yeah, yes. Sneak peek. Will there be a Tensei guy in the story? It's not canon. Yes, yes. Everybody wants the sneak peek. Will Sakura still awake the Byakugo? Do you think so? Maybe. Let's give you guys a sneak peek then. Let's give you the sneak peek. Are you ready? Let's do it. Do it. Okay. Look at this. Sasuke jumps towards Jiraiya's direction. Kibari Senbon! Chidori Senbon. Jiraiya shoots needles from his hair as Sasuke shoots lightning needles. The hundreds of thin projectiles clash mid-air, cancelling each other out as Sasuke continues to cruise the air above Jiraiya. Jiraiya weaves seals, spitting a massive fire missile towards Sasuke, who weaves one-handed signs, spitting out a water orb around him. The fire impacts the water, causing an explosion, but Sasuke is not hurt. The people begin to scream below, noticing the battle raging on the rooftops as Sasuke draws his sword, infusing it with lightning. Jiraiya dashes out of the way as Sasuke lands where Jiraiya stood, swinging and missing a slashing blow. Sasuke uses his free hand to ignite a Chidori and extend it as a spear, slashing at Jiraiya, who's out of melee range. And you kind of like just picture the music in your head. That's a small sneak peek of the fight between Sasuke and Jiraiya. Damn, peak. Tries to attend but captured by Conan. I mean the Five Tails. I see. Oh my God, Sasuke versus Jiraiya. Yes. Didn't you see the last episode? They had an encounter there. Already looking good. Thank you. Thank you. We can pause. That's what I did to read more. Oh, you read more? Like yesterday, I gave a sneak peek, but I kind of scrolled over the entire script really fast. If people managed to pause, they got some spoilers. Who's gonna fight the pain that Konohamaru fought? You have to wait and see. You have to wait and see. Because, you know, Konohamaru doesn't exist. Well, you... Oh boy. Imagine... Imagine, like, someone like Tenten fighting a path of pain. Would that be epic? Tenten. What was the art you considered to make in part 1? I never really thought about something specific. I was just wondering if there was space for a new original arc when I was rewriting part 1. It's the Mari. If Jiraiya almost died for a kid, Naruto Four Tails, imagine against Shippuden Sasuke. Well, the vessel doesn't matter. What matters it was the Four Tails. Like, it wouldn't matter if Naruto was a kid or not. But that was also during the time skip. Jiraiya has probably gotten stronger too. You know? Konohamaru is a good character in theory. He was just severely underused because Kishimoto's a horrible writer. No, he's not a horrible writer, guys. Kishimoto's a good writer. Tenten dead in 7 seconds, and that's generous. Oh boy. How come Tenten's very powerful in one of the Naruto games, but not in the canon anime? There are a lot of characters in the Naruto games that are way more powerful than they have any right to be. It is what it is. What else you guys like to do, would like me to do during the live stream? It's been like 2 hours or something. Do you guys think it's time for live stream to be over with? Cause yeah, it's been a while since I started streaming. The Tanuki is a rival for the fox, so Kurama and Shukaku are kind of rivals. Yes, this is what Kishimoto was pulling from in Shinto mythology. The Tanuki and the fox, they are rivals. Jiraiya would get folded by Sasuke. Gotta wait and see. Tenten is not getting any love, even in the rewrite as far as of right now. Tenten. Do you guys like Tenten? Like, she tosses kunais. Do you have any plans on improving Gaara's character post-timeskip? He lost some intrigue after he mellowed out. I agree with that. I do have some things I will change about him. Will Lee ever have his fight against Neji? Yes. Then you remember Shukaku is the weakest tail beast and Kurama is the strongest. Yeah, that's pretty much why Shukaku has an inferiority complex towards Kurama. Kinda like, you know, every time Kurama shows up, he's like, ah, Kurama's there! I'm here, children. Hello, Drash. Watch Cryptonic's video on how to fix Naruto. Would you guys like me to react to that video? A lot of people were asking about it. Tenten's barely a character. I do think a weapon user is a cool idea, though. Huh. Maybe. Will Sasuke and Sakura have an arc together? Well, they will be together at a certain point, you know. During the story, they will encounter each other. For sure. Is the rewrite coming this week or at least this month? It's going to come at least this month, don't worry about it. It's just that this fight's going to be lengthy and editing the fight scenes is much more time consuming than editing more dialogue heavy episodes. I loved your rewrite till you made one thing that's absolutely bad about Shippuden even worse. You turned them too powerful way too soon, always thought they stay away from DB type of power-ups. What do you mean, dude? In the first chapter of Naruto, it was stated that the nine-tailed fox is a demon that, by waving its tails, it causes tsunamis and destroys mountains. I don't get why people get so upset by powerful battles and large-scale destruction. And it's not like DBZ, because in DBZ they're destroying planets and stuff, like, casually. It's way different. Was Itachi a good brother? Because I don't think he's as great as people say. That's very debatable, yes. React to Naruto vs Sasuke. It would be interesting to hear your opinion about the rewrite Naruto vs Sasuke. That was definitely the most controversial fight in the rewrite for sure. For sure. Sasuke should ended up with Tsunade visual narrative of Senju and Uchiha coming together. Whoa, no. Tsunade's like 40 years older than Sasuke. So, like, it wouldn't make that much sense. Will you address the Hyuga clan and the curse mark of the branch family? Yes. This is already being addressed in the latest arc. That was a very important thing. People really underestimate heavy Sasuke. Yes, they do. They do very much underestimate him. Disagree, should not have access to the 7 swords. Keep those unique to Suigetsu. Wait, what? Sasuke at the start of Naruto Shippuden should not be pulling out 100 unstoppable jutsus, to be honest. They should have never gotten as powerful than Zabuza, for example. He was already OP. No, he wasn't pulling out a billion unstoppable ninjutsu. Hinata using the curse mark on Neji hurt me deep inside. Yeah, that's supposed to hurt. Is Sasuke gonna end up with Karin? Who do you think Sasuke gonna end up with? Tell me. Tell me. Sage Moon Naruto versus MS Sasuke in the rewrite. Alright, leaving the stream. Thanks for the videos. No worries. Hoif. Unfortunately, Sakura. Sakura and Karin. Yeah, boy. You gotta restore the clan, right? Strongly suggest you make Ino a part of the Yambu. Sasuke will end up with Hikak. Do you guys want to see a sneak peek for the thumbnail of the next Hikaku video? If we get a couple of, you know, channel members or a couple of donations, I can show you that. Wouldn't that be interesting? I wonder. Sai was a better character than Sakura? No. I don't think so, man. Tenten versus Neji. Tenten X Neji canon the rewrite? Gotta wait and see. Gotta restore the clan, let Sasuke marry 4 wives. Why Hinata's working for Danzo? You're gonna find out. This is gonna be explained. I don't know why, but I like the idea of Sasuke leaving kids everywhere. Like Genghis Khan or something. Just imagine Sasuke with wood style. He got Hashirama cells from Kabuto. He didn't get Hashirama cells. Be like Tenten. Yeah, boy, you gotta restore the clan, right? Evil laugh. Naruto will marry the ramen guy's daughter. What's her name? It always escapes me. You could make it that Tenten is a member of the samurai clan. The samurai are not gonna be a thing in the rewrite. Karin and Naruto meeting? Oh, they did meet in the original. No? You know? Bro has to restore his clan. Ayame, yes, that's her name. That's the daughter of Teuchi. A lot of people like her, even though she has like 2 lines in the story. I wonder why they like her, guys. I don't know why. 10 Tails Tenten canon, for sure. For sure, yeah, apparently you guys don't want to see the thumbnail for the Hikaku video. That's okay, though. No samurai, damn, that actually takes away the lore, to be honest. What lore? There's no lore about the samurai. They don't add anything to the lore. Conan and Nagato Redemption. Will Tenten get any of the 7 Swords of the Mist? No. Tenten of the No Screen Time clan. What about Blue Flames using Sage Mode Chakra? No, Naruto's not a fire style guy. Sasuke's gonna end up with White Setsu so he can bring the Uchiha back. The lore of Japan, what else? Well, it's not Japan. It's the ninja world. Will Naruto get a weapon? It doesn't really fit him, does it? I was actually considering removing Sasuke's sword too, but I decided not to. In the end of the day. Tenten joins the Akatsuki. Wouldn't that be interesting? Will Sakura have more solo fights in the rewrites aside from Conan's? You bet. Will Hinata be less of an a-hole in the future? Well, she did what she did to protect Naruto. Tenten kills Madara. Yes, she steals Madara, actually. She's gonna... You guys know the ending of the series already. What's the point now? You could make Mitsuki a twin of Orochimaru. Indonesian flags. Alright. Will you nerf Madara and the other OP characters in the War Arc? What do you guys think? Am I gonna nerf Madara? Sasuke kills Jiraiya. Is that kid whose mom Hinata killed gonna come back? Perhaps in Boruto? Perhaps. Perhaps. Make Rock Lee stronger, of course. Madara's getting a buff, not a nerf. Amaterasu will be balanced, nerfed, or not appear in the future. Why were you considering getting rid of Sasuke's sword? Because I don't think it really fits with a ninja motif. To be fair. Still. I didn't. Will Neji and Sasuke fight again? Yes, there will be a rematch. I said that in the episode where they fought, actually. Tenten kills Madara instead of Black Zetsu, and then it is revealed that she is a reincarnation of Kaguya, and then she turns into her. Damn, you guys know everything I'll do, man. I don't know how. How is that possible? Can you buff Kodomatsukami? Alright guys, I think this is gonna be it for the live stream. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. Also, in the link in the description below, there's a link for my second channel where I am going to be posting a video tomorrow. So go and subscribe to my second channel. Also join my Discord server and follow me on Twitter. Thank you so much for the live stream, and well, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.